got my emergency rush. This is like making an energy drink and going to the store and buying an energy drink. So I'm going to go ahead. I need both hands and put it in my water. Let's get going. All right, we'll get into the sertraline now. Okay, take the sertraline. Mm. I did my inhaler. My nose spray. I'm so grateful for this. It's blue. Tastes so good. Okay. Next item. Liquid I have. Modium. I found one in the kitchen. I was having so much diarrhea. Oh my god. Cramping pain yesterday. Hey, I worked for Nature Sunshine. We learn to express ourselves, not say, that's embarrassing. We shouldn't talk about it. Listen, I have cramps and diarrhea yesterday, and that's why I don't feel. How could you feel good? You're in the toilet, so I can't. People worry about my weight. I don't even weigh anything. Well, but when I look in the video, when I look at it, because the video puts pounds on, it looks like I have like my stomach is so enlarged. My pictures they're more normal. Yeah, but I do have that hernia. But to me yesterday I felt like it shrunk. I don't know. It's not. I don't know. I felt better. Like I've been rubbing it. But yeah, much better. Um, and like I've said before, I don't have any medical insurance. So does anyone want to lend me 30 grand to get all these things fixed on me? Right? What are they bitching about? They're all in poverty and they're worried about me that I don't have medical insurance. What are you going to do? If I want to go to the urgent care, it's 250, 200 or $300 to have them look me up. Then they prescribe a medicine and I got to pay for that. Or make an appointment with a doctor. You know, they tell me to go to the hospital for just breathing. No, I can handle the asthma myself. It's just from the fucking pollen. You know, you want to, I want to tell them, do you want to pay $2,000-$3,000 for them to prescribe you an inhaler? I mean, these people they're all so selfish and nuts. They don't have anything for themselves. They live a life of poverty, misery. They can't do one thing for themselves. But they worry about my weight or you know, they tell me to go to the doctor, they tell me this and that. I can do what I can afford. You want to pay for it? You want to pay for it for me? No, I'm not going to do it. If I have diarrhea, I'm not going to go to the doctor. I'm going to take Imodium. All right, let's do it. Okay, hallelujah. Much better. Yeah, Annie goes on and on. Why don't you get this? And then they do this bullying. Bitch, I don't have medical insurance. I can't afford it. You want to pay for it? Fuck. I just said Esmeralda would buy food from my dad didn't just throw a whole bunch of money in my lap. That didn't happen. Okay, he had mortgages to pay. He was up to his ears in mortgages. He spent his money on his girlfriend. They traveled to Europe and all over the place. Okay, he didn't spend it on me. My father was a narcissist. I've told you all 1,000 fucking times. He was a hard man and very manipulative. Oh, he was a nice man. Oh, you want to live with him? Good luck. You know, when we wanted to go eat, I took him to Olive Garden. I paid for it while he abused me. I try to tell you guys, wasn't a good person, but as respect for the dead, you gotta say, and I miss my dad. He was like my buddy, but I'm telling you, he's very manipulative. He was very money hungry, and I'm the opposite. But when Boogie and Melody try to compare me to my father or anybody else, I gotta roll my eyes because I'm so different. You know, exactly. And if you can't see that from my videos, I don't know what to tell you. You don't belong in my life. They're just always talking about money and money hungry. They don't have it because they crave it because they're greedy, hungry people. Go make it yourself, like my dad would say. Go make it yourself. And if you're handicapped or you're disabled or you're sick and you can't go make it yourself, you suffer. To tell you people, it's so ridiculous. Just because I lived in something nice doesn't mean I have it all. Doesn't mean I can afford it. My father wouldn't even pay for my health insurance or take me to the doctor in 5 years. I was emotionally tortured. Do you not get it? It was a cult. It's like I shout through the rooftop, but I can't through their head. My grandmother was the head of the cult, and my parents were members in the cult. My mother was born into it, and I was born into it. And then I have Esmeralda. They send people to spy and watch you. Don't you guys understand this? I can't say it all in black and white because Esmeralda watches everything I do and goes and tells Kim, who's my dad appointed Kim to run my trustee. Do you understand? To run my trust. Okay? If Kim says no, I don't get it. Okay? If Kim says no internet, I don't get no internet. I suffer, but I have the internet. my kids wanted me. They bugged her. I don't know, and we've had the internet. Thank God, Otherwise, yeah, I wouldn't be able to enjoy my games or upload anything. I'd have to use my cell phone. Now I have a phone, but I don't. My dad used to drive me crazy calling it, asking me for this and that. He was a very selfish man and hard to live with. And it was a mistake to go from Florida, living in a luxury, and my rent wasn't cheap, Annie. It was $1,200. And that, in Florida, that's a lot of money. And I told you, as a Beachbody coach, a sales representative, I worked my ass off all day. And I did coaching. I never was like 200 or 300 pounds. I was fit, great chest. My stomach went in. I rode my bike. 11 miles I'd walk to do all my stuff. I walked. I didn't drive because I couldn't afford the insurance, the registration, the gas. Everybody left me with nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you can't get it through her fucking mind. I left my husband for abusing me. Abusing me. He's lucky to be here. He's lucky. He just follows me around. I just try not to choke him out. I do everything myself. He doesn't pay any of the bills. No one pays the bills. If it wasn't for my dad making a trust, Kim goes and has Elena pay the bills. And when Elena's lazy and doesn't pay them, that's her job, she's paid for. I don't get it. Do you understand? God. It's like, I don't know where Andy comes up with my brother is involved, saying my brother didn't buy me a nice house. What are you fucking talking about? This is my father's house he grew up in. It was my grandparents' house. Why is it not good enough? To me, it's a gold mine. And I looked into it and I jumped on it the second I could, or I was in the street. Kim and them were going to throw me in the street. You saw how bad I was with high blood pressure. I hadn't gone to the doctor in like 5 or 10 years. 5 years. 8 years. Nobody would take me. My husband wouldn't take me. We weren't together. I had, of my exes. I was going to get married before. It didn't, things don't work out. Too bad. That's life. Take the bull by the horns. Quit this bullshit fake and narrative, Melody, that I'm some rich bitch asshole. No, I'm not. And I'm not struggling either. I'm a spitfire and I make my own dreams. I always have. You know, if you're tired of the pale ass skin, get out in the sun and suntan. Put on some dark makeup. Quit complaining about it for 1,000 years. You know, quit complaining about stuff all day long. Because I have it worse than you. But I make it better than you. I make things better than, because I don't do hoarding. I do collecting for when a rainy day when I need it. And I need it today. I need it this month. You know? No more Esmeralda. So she's not going to go and spend my money, which is essentially my money, not my father's money. I earned an inheritance. I deserve it. The abuse I went through with that man my whole life. And I told you guys when I was a kid, he used to beat the shit out of my mom and all of us. That's why I left when I was 16. Over and over I've told my stories, but I don't think Annie bothers to pay attention. And like, oh, I'm bored, so I'm going to zero in on this autistic chick and beat the shit out of her. And hopefully my mob, all the stupid commenters will go and just kill her off. Well, you did it to a chosen one, you dumb bitch. And that's why your life is hell. That's why you lost your man. That's why you can't stop buying tortillas and bread and shit. And I've never seen anything like it. So I'm going to... If it was me, I'd fry up that shit. You're not sensical. You don't make sense. It don't make you use your mind. You've got everything. You're so spoiled. Life is handed to you. So I would be swimming in that pool. I'd be, boiling my water and making soups, cooking videos. I am. Anyway, I'm reading. My mom gives me some books. I used to collect a lot of books. Yeah, and myself, I made a lot more money. In fact, when I lived here in this house, when I was 20 years old, they only paid me $5 an hour. They treated me like a slave. Cooking, cleaning, doing every fucking thing. Asleep. Then I had to go to another job, and I went to college. These people that sit in their little trailers, their little crappy houses, because they don't want to have a good, strong body, a good constitution, and go out and make their own money and find a rich man or find a good man. That is their fault, because they're insecure with themselves. You can't tell me Melody's secure with herself. Okay? I even show you that you could be overweight woman like me. You could be overweight and you could have a constitution. You could be a fighter. You could do shit for yourself. I can model anything. I can model a garbage bag and look cute. People on here asked me to put on a garbage bag. I said, oh, hell yeah. A few years ago, I'll put on, it's not a garbage bag, but it's a rain thing, a rain cover, and they thought it was good enough. They loved it. I put on a rain cover. I put, and I have the kind where, oh, that's my stomach because I'm fasting, or a cover where you sweat. And I would do these sweating videos, layers. Weren't they funny? I remember I put layer after layer after layer. Yes, because I'm a go-getter. I would do the wraps because I was into that, the body wraps. It shrinks your body as sweat. The problem is, this is, 5 or 10 years later, and I had hypothyroid. Okay? Which, a lot of things can happen with hypothyroid. But for the first time going to the doctor, my thyroid is completely normal. And my metabolism, I'm not used to it being normal or high. I'm warm. I'm warm to the touch. It's nice not to have my hands freezing or my toes, my toes used to be freezing. Warm. My stomach, my chest is warm. My back is warm. Hallelujah. Okay, friends, I'm going to go. Enough preaching.